57. Watch. Just like you would do in a listening for that click, like in an old time safe. There you go. No, 19. So that can go off. So I only need it to go up to 18. See in the house. Right, so the gas can go off now. Washing ain't going to go mouldy in the front room, is it? Yeah. Boiler's off. Central heating's off. Don't need to be stepping over barriers. I've done my little bit of exercise for the day and I was stepping over them because I couldn't do my full workout. Right, my little gog. Like I tried to explain to an old Muslim guy one day when he was telling me about the story of Gog and Magog. Yeah? And I said, well, why don't I talk about that, you asked? Well, young culture's learning. Let's just say when my grandsons can't say Gog, they call it a Gog. Right? When they get a bit bigger and they start mouthing you back like they're talking to you like a dog, you can then turn around and say to them, when they get a bit like that, your own children, and call you names or anything else or say the wrong thing, you can say, Oi, Gog. You want to be a mother's mouth, do you? Instead of a man. You don't need your mother dog, do you, to tell you what to do? Because you've got a big enough pair of bollocks, haven't you, Marnie? You don't need to do that. Young holsters, exactly the same age. They don't need to do that. They ain't got their mother here barking at orders at them, have they? Yeah? So, what's the story of Gog and Magog that I explained correctly to that man that asked me about Gog and Magog? Right? Young cultures. Right? Young cultures. And language from that time period. Nothing more than that. Right, Marnie. Time for a ciggy. Hey. Because I'm not mad if I'm talking to my dog, am I, if anyone's listening in? Because I've explained why now. So if people are checking my words, thinking and assuming, oh, I've just explained that, haven't I? All right. So, cheers for a good night, lads. Laughed and joked like men. While children don't understand, men laugh and joke about such things, don't we? Because we know the truth. Yeah? Right. There's no bud in there, is there? For obvious reasons. So why did I leave an unrolled cigarette in my tin inside the house, if you see what I mean. Who was that man that asked me that question? Called me a school kid. Because he thought I hadn't read it. Yeah? Well, I had read it. Front to back. Didn't need to read it over and over again, did I? Because that would be brainwashing, wouldn't it? I don't get brainwashed by a creator, do I? Whether it's in a book, on a stream, but I know the truth as I believe it. I don't take no chances on a middleman, but I know I had a creator, because what came before my ancestors to allow it all to be created, right? Got that? Right, there's no filters in there, there's no big Rizzler in use, is there? There's no need to poke a filter in there yet, because I haven't put a filter in it yet, have I? Swan menthol filters, same as menthol vape juice, right? Because I'm trying to stop smoking, and I'm not reacting to other people's questions, am I? I'm rolling myself a ciggy, getting ready to go to bed. Right. Next to us, while we was talking with the video pointed at the ceiling in the kids' sensitive play area, next to me was a lovely Muslim couple who were arguing amongst themselves. Don't know what they were saying, but it sounded like they was arguing amongst themselves, yeah? My son's going, blah, 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 blah. I said, don't assume. You could be wrong. That's why there's a few pauses in that when we was talking, yeah? Because you didn't get all of the conversation where I was educating my children and grandchildren and when I had to intervene and that sort of stuff, yeah? Because the woman was having to play referee because the boys were playing football in the top bit up there, and girls started crying when they was trying to play as well with the boys. Young Alfie was crying as well, so Lee was just let them sort it out. I said, no, not having it. So I whistled up at Tyler. Tyler ignored me, kept listening to the woman. So I went straight up the kids' slide, straight along the top into where the kids were playing. Phone's still switched off, right? So I'm not recording what I'm doing. Stuck my head through. I went, Tyler, come here. I said, why have you made me come all the way up here? She said, it's okay, I'm dealing with it. I said, no, I'm dealing with it. Tyler, why is that girl crying? She was a lovely young girl of African descent. Brown sugar. You know what I mean? Sweet young thing. And for some reason, she's crying while the boys are playing now. Yeah. So I've had to intervene. You know what I mean? Because the boys are kicking things about a bit too hard, doing their little dicky tit and dance and all that sort of stuff. And some of the girls are crying when they want to play. And, it's just kids being kids, isn't it? So, like a sensible man, I went up there and sorted it out because Lee left it to the woman to sort it out up there. And that's what the problem is, isn't it, with the younger generation. no one's guiding the boys, right? Because they're letting the woman do it, right? So men teach men, women teach women, yeah? There's a reason for that. Because men teach men how to be men, if they're good men, so they don't become the bad men, yeah? Right. Women teach girls to be ladies, or they end up with what? Lots of different fathers, lots of different unhappy children, and lots of games going on with lots of different dads. So, Margog, shut your gog. You know what I mean? Well, I'm off to the land of Nod soon to fight Gog and Magog. Sweet dreams, everybody. I'll probably sleep okay. If not, I'll rest. Here. With my dog. Dog. Now, in that conversation, in this video, was there any mention of G? No, there wasn't. Right. So a misunderstanding then, yeah? Coding, call it what you want. But I do sneak it into my children and grandchildren's education as the couple next door to our table learnt. Quite shocked. But the man sussed it straight away. But the woman was just assuming. So there was a little going on between the pair of them. So I made a simple gesture to the man as he left with his wife. Yeah, I'll show you what it was. Just so he finally got it. Yeah? Right, watch. This is what I showed the man. And he nodded. Because I've been sensible enough to read most of those books. Right? Including the Sanskrit and the Quran and various other books of that description. I have my own beliefs, but to avoid any error, I just focus on the creator, not the middleman. Because I don't get distracted by middlemen. Otherwise the boss gets the hump, doesn't he? The big G, the creator. Same online as it is in real life, yeah? Oh, my ceiling needs a paint up there, don't it? Well, they've half done the job, haven't they? They've come and sorted the mildew out. And damp patch, they've still got to check the joist up in the roof, which affects the solar panel array, don't it? So I've told the truth. God, there's a lot of stars as I look at that window, isn't there? Paw Patrol. Just to stop anyone peeking when I haven't got a curtain up because it's been moved into my kitchen. Right. Because they wanted to look through the windows, didn't they? The police, while they was having a recce in the previous police video, right? So, you know why the bag of dog shit's up there? Because I don't fight fair. I'll go and shake hands if they come knocking at my door with bad intentions after picking up the bag of dog shit off the fence as I come out to greet them. And if they try and kick my door in, well, I might take it as a threat against my life, mightn't I? Since I've got a couple of issues going on. Prison stalker, dodgy neighbour. No use running in my door saying, it's the police. Fuck off, you could be clowns in a fucking uniform for all I know. Fuck right off. You ain't been invited. There's nothing dodgy going on in here. Get the fuck out unless I invite you to my home to say it's safe. Right? Right? There's nothing dodgy or illegal going on in this house. You've got no reason to call, even if it's being rumour spreading by some idiot there, next door. I addressed the issue with the neighbour who was discreetly pointing his finger at me. You know what I mean? When I went out to see the other day. Yeah, she was just getting back home after work or whatever, while the dogs were out in the garden. So I said politely to her as she got out of her taxi, evening, you alright? Yeah, Marnie had checked the perimeter of the fence next door. Didn't want to go and have a shit there, or a piss there. But he checked the perimeter thoroughly, sniffed every inch of it. And in that corner, by the box, then he went over the other side. Checked that. Skip back to when I first opened the front door. Yeah, because I had to get Marnie and get Hulkster in the front room. Marnie was already out in the garden, right? Wait for it. I've took the tobacco out of Hulkster's reach and the filters off the table. Went to check on Marnie. Gates wide open. Marnie's still peeing over by the borderline fence where there was an issue. Hadn't moved from that spot. Hadn't gone near the open gate and gone out of it. Because his little mate Lucky was in the garden down the road and he didn't want to scare him. So he stayed in the garden being a good boy because he's protecting his little mate Lucky, isn't he? From a fox. Was it the fox opened the gate? No. Was it Royal Mail who left my gate open? Could have been. Because you saw the 2 letters, yeah? Still haven't read them. It's only water, innit? Water's clean, glass is clean. Right, still there from last night. Water's water though, innit? Still haven't managed to have my bath yet. But I haven't managed to change my bedding yet either. So, all good on that front as well. So I can get another night out of it before that needs a wash. Have a bath tomorrow. Sort the dog food out. And where did I put the vape? Just so I know where it is. Back's a little bit better now. Can move about a bit more freely. So, telling the truth, and I haven't been picking nothing up because I've been laying on the sofa relaxing, yeah? So there's no grinder in there, just buttons and a vape, yeah? Hip's still hurting. Buttons are to be put on that because the zip's gone, remember? Because I showed that in yesterday's video. Oh, I was pressing my vape there. I wonder what was fucking hissing at me then. I thought, what the fuck? That's the easiest way of laying down for me at the moment. Right, so there's no grinder in there. Vape's in there. Right, so that's been moved in from the front room. I could see my grinder beyond the Boss bottle there. Right, let's see if my hands are any better. Right. Holding it with my knees. That, there was a plastic lining to the lid. So I lit one of those on the pound coin. Alright. Let me just show you what's in there. White sage cones, yeah? You know what the pound coin's for? You know what those are for? Ooh. Let's see if that light's like that straight away. Ooh, someone's putting the fire on Babylon, look. Roots rock reggae. It's a cone, not a pyramid. Not properly alight, because that's going to go out. It's only one side of it alight. Jet flame will set on it. Right, now let's let that go out while I talk. It's white sage, yeah. Clears is for clearing bad negative energy or gym possession. Bad negative energy. That's properly alight now. When that blows itself out, the light now. Right, so if you've got anything from the other dimension in the room with you, they can breathe that in as well. Right? Because we're very aware that dogs can be possessed by jinns as well, see? And these dogs are good. I'm not going to blow it out, not going to do nothing with it at all, because I'm just waiting for the negative air to, there you go, it just sucked the flame straight out of it, didn't it? So whatever was on it is just not having its fill for the night. So it ain't going to be giving me a bad time or my dogs, is it? Because it ain't going to eat here tonight. No energy vampire going to survive in here tonight, if you see my point. You can blow smoke rings with this as well. It's quite simple. Right, so I'll let that do its job. I used a black crystal when I was in prison. Did the same job. Because the guy that was trying to get me to make the hooch, or show me how to make the hooch, which was only cider, was attracting the gin. Yeah. And my walking stick kept falling over on its own in the cell and all sorts of shit. And I said, see, gin. He did say show me first, so I said when it appears again next time, I'm just going to set a crystal on it. Because the black crystal that was shaped like that cone there was on that necklace. Well, not necklace, chain, that chain, what I wore into prison, along with another chain, that I used as currency. So I didn't need to get any money out of my canteen at first, did I? Because I was using the chain as currency while I was learning knowledge, before I decided to change things once I got pissed off with it. See what I'm saying now? So there's no debt. I didn't come out of prison with any debts. Didn't take no favours. No nothing else. Right, so there's no negative in this room, is there? Nothing to censor. Unlike a video that I titled Sex Ed, music reaction video that was, yeah. Censor. Copyright strike on that one, yeah. There was 2 groups involved there, and it was a copyright strike, right? Wouldn't have been Tom McDonald, because it's publicity for Tom McDonald, and he knows how his gang does it, yeah. You saw the Rosie's video picture, didn't you? Yeah. Him with his good lady. See, I know a lady like that. Her son's, I can't remember how old he is. He's sort of teens, but one day he'll grow up into a man like Tom Robinson. You see how I was looking at that situation there? Not wrongly. Yeah. I asked my sister to check the lady out. Yeah. Good lady though. Nothing dodgy. Right? Profile was a bit deceiving, but not to me, because I knew she weren't a schoolgirl. See? Because she's got a teenage son, so she ain't no schoolgirl, is she, with a teenage son? Both got the same sort of sense of humour. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm yawning. Phone's fully charged, so just showing the end of the day. Marnie's breathing easy, isn't he? Not smoking tobacco in the room with him, am I? I've only had one cigarette in the room with him here. Doors open. That will go around the whole house, not just in this room. Yeah, look, I'll even brew. I'll even waft some over myself there. So it's not me, yeah, because that's what you do when you're saging, don't you? Because the Canadians and the tribal thing, yeah, I get that. I heard the drum beats in Don't Look Down, or another video like that. And Tom McDonald asked in one of his live things, what do you all think of the new release? I said, brilliant tribal drum beat honouring your ancestors in the background there. I heard that. Yeah, great video. Well done, Tom. Alright. Didn't try to influence how he sings his lyrics or anything like that, because I get it. He's just singing what we all think of the stuff stateside, that side of the pond, yeah. So I ain't got a problem with that. Some of the clowns around here have, because they're a bit worried about lyrical content. So I have to educate them every now and then with a bit of Crass or a bit of Punk, who blew away the censorship in the 70s. Because we don't get censored now either. See what I'm saying now? So, if some fat old malt over the back there, some fat old fishwife, calls me funny names, and then I put up a anti-no-red league video to laugh back at them, because they don't like anti-no-red league, because you can't censor anti-no-red league, because they've been there, done that, and rogered.